Have you ever wondered what life was like for the poor and destitute in 19th century England? In the world of literature, few have painted a more vivid picture of this bleak existence than the great Charles Dickens. His novel, Oliver Twist, invites us into this shadowy realm, a world teeming with grimy streets, ragged orphans, and heartless villains. Set against the backdrop of the Industrial Revolution, Dickens weaves a tale that brings the underbelly of London to life. His words echo with the cries of the impoverished, the clatter of workhouse spoons against empty bowls, and the silent despair of the forgotten. In his works, Dickens often tackles themes of poverty, class, and social injustice. And Oliver Twist is no different. It's a tale that highlights the stark contrast between the haves and the have-nots. A tale that forces us to question the society we live in. Join us as we delve into the grim world of Oliver Twist. Born into a world of hardship and despair, Oliver Twist's journey begins. In the grim setting of a workhouse, Oliver's life takes its first breaths. His mother, exhausted and destitute, gives birth to him alone, only to surrender her own life moments later. This is a world where joy is fleeting and sorrow is a constant companion. Bereft of familial love and care, Oliver's early years are spent under the harsh supervision of Mrs. Mann. Mrs. Mann, a woman whose name is starkly ironic given her lack of humanity, is tasked with the upbringing of the workhouse children. Her reign is one of neglect and cruelty, where the children are starved and mistreated, their innocence stolen too soon. In this pitiless environment, Oliver grows, his spirit unbroken but bruised. He is but 9 years old when he is removed from Mrs. Mann's care and thrust into an apprenticeship with Mr. Sowerby, the parish undertaker. This transition, however, brings no respite. Instead, it introduces Oliver to a new form of exploitation: child labour. In the gloomy Sowerby household, Oliver is expected to toil and labour, his childhood slipping away in the shadow of coffins and death. He's treated not as a child, but as an expendable workforce. Mr. Sowerby, a man as cold and rigid as the coffins he makes, shows little regard for Oliver's well-being. The theme of child labour and exploitation is a poignant thread that runs through these early chapters of Oliver's life. It paints a stark picture of the Victorian era, a time when children were robbed of their childhood and forced into labour, their small hands and tender years exploited for profit. Oliver's early life is a tragic tale of survival against all odds. It's a narrative that mirrors the lives of countless children of his time, their stories untold, their suffering unnoticed. But little did Oliver know, his life was about to take an unexpected turn. The bustling streets of London, a haven for the rich and a nightmare for the poor, awaited young Oliver. The city, with its labyrinth of cobblestone lanes and towering structures, was a world apart from the workhouse where Oliver had spent his early years. Thrown into this urban jungle, Oliver found himself lost and alone. His naivety made him an easy prey for those who prowled the city's underbelly, always on the lookout for fresh blood. It was in this state of vulnerability that he met the artful Dodger, a street-savvy urchin with a roguish charm. Dodger, whose real name remained a mystery, was a seasoned pickpocket, a member of a gang of child thieves led by the cunning Fagin. Fagin's den was a peculiar place, a sanctuary for the city's lost children, where they were taught the art of thievery. It was a twisted sort of school, where innocence was traded for survival skills. Oliver was taken in, fed and clothed, but at a cost. He was thrust into a life of crime, not by choice, but by the brutal necessity of survival. In the Dickensian world, crime was not merely a matter of moral failing, but a symptom of a society plagued by poverty and desperation. The children in Fagin's gang were not inherently evil. They were victims of their circumstances, driven to crime as a means to escape the clutches of starvation. Oliver, with his heart still untainted by the harshness of his surroundings, struggled to comprehend this grim reality. This was London, a city of contrasts where opulence and destitution lived side by side. It was a place where dreams were shattered as quickly as they were made, and where the line between right and wrong was blurred by the need to survive. In the midst of the city's underbelly, Oliver began to understand the harsh realities of life. He learned that survival often came at a price, and that innocence was a luxury that the poor could ill afford. In the darkest corners, sometimes, a ray of hope can shine through. This ray for Oliver Twist came in the form of Mr. Brownlow, a kind-hearted gentleman who took Oliver in and showed him the world beyond the squalor of London's underworld. Yet this newfound tranquility was short-lived. Oliver was kidnapped and returned to the den of thieves, back into the clutches of Fagin. However, the universe had a different plan. The wheel of fate turned once more, and Oliver was rescued again, this time for good. He was reunited with his family, a bond that not even the most sinister forces could sever. Throughout these events, the theme of kindness and humanity echoed, standing tall amidst the cruelty that surrounded Oliver. Each act of kindness, each display of humanity was a beacon that guided him through the darkest alleys. In a world riddled with injustice, Oliver Twist's story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. So, what can we glean from Oliver's trials and tribulations? We've journeyed through the shadows of Dickens' world, a place where poverty and child exploitation are as common as the cobblestones underfoot. We've seen the grim reality of life on the streets of London, where crime often seems like the only option for survival. But we've also seen a ray of hope, a glimmer of kindness in a world that often seems devoid of it. We've seen Oliver, a beacon of innocence and purity, navigating the harsh realities of his world, a world that Dickens brought to life with such vividness that it continues to resonate today. We've seen the stark contrast between the haves and the have-nots, the struggle for survival, and the power of resilience. In the face of adversity, Dickens' characters show us the power of resilience, the importance of kindness, and the enduring hope for a better tomorrow.